Technically, just paper. A number printed on it, a date, a signature from someone at the United States Treasury, and a promise, a very quiet, very confident promise, that the U.S. government will pay you back. That paper is called a Treasury Bond. And right now, there are about $33 trillion worth of those promises floating around the world. Governments hold them. Central banks hold them. Pension funds, hedge funds, insurance companies, sovereign wealth funds, they all hold them. Japan holds over $1 trillion of them. China holds another $800 billion. Your 401k probably holds some too, packaged inside a fund you never look at. And here is the thing nobody tells you at the beginning of an economics class. The entire global financial system, every currency, every trade deal, every mortgage rate, every emerging market debt crisis runs on the assumption that those promises will never, ever be broken. Not probably won't be broken. Never. Because if they are, if the United States of America ever fails to honor those $33 trillion in IOUs, the financial architecture that every country on Earth has built around that promise collapses simultaneously. Not like dominoes, like the ground itself disappearing. This is not a doomsday video. I am not going to tell you to buy gold and move to a cabin, but I am going to tell you exactly how we got here. How a piece of paper became the foundation of the global economy. Why the math underneath that foundation is quietly becoming more uncomfortable. And why the smartest people in finance are asking a question they never expected to be asking seriously. What happens if the promise breaks?
To understand why Treasury bonds matter so much, you need to understand what money actually is. Most people think money is a thing, a coin, a bill, a number on a screen. But money is not a thing. Money is a relationship. It is a shared agreement between people that a certain token represents value that can be exchanged later. For most of human history, that agreement was backed by something physical. Gold, silver, grain, cattle. If you handed someone a coin, they knew the coin had real metal in it. The promise was embedded in the object itself. Then governments got clever. They realized they did not need to actually put gold in every coin. They just needed people to believe the gold was there. So they started issuing paper certificates, promissory notes, that said, in effect, you can exchange this piece of paper for gold at any time. For a while, that worked. The gold was mostly there. The promise was mostly credible. But wars are expensive. Empires are expensive. Welfare states are expensive. And gold is finite. So over time, governments kept printing more paper than they had gold to back it. The ratio got worse and worse. By 1971, the United States had a problem. Countries around the world, particularly France, were looking at America's war spending, its inflation, and its money supply, and they were doing the math. They were taking their dollars and demanding gold in return, as was their right under the system agreed at Bretton Woods in 1944. And Richard Nixon, facing a run on American gold reserves, made a decision that changed everything. He closed the gold window. In August of 1971, he told the world, "We will no longer exchange dollars for gold. The dollar is no longer backed by a physical commodity. From this point forward, the dollar is backed by the full faith and credit of the United States government," which means it is backed by a promise. Just a promise. The interesting thing is, this did not cause the collapse everyone expected. The dollar did not crater. Global trade did not grind to a halt. Countries did not immediately abandon the dollar and start trading in Deutschmarks or Swiss francs. Because Nixon did something else at the same time. Something that is rarely taught in schools and almost never discussed in polite company. He called Henry Kissinger into a room and told him to fix it. And Kissinger, being Kissinger, fixed it in the most cynical and brilliant way possible.